Hello everybody, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of the Star Wars Black Series figure Momaw Nadon from Hasbro. Now me, growing up, this guy used to just be known as Hammerhead because that was his name back in the day. I always thought he was an interesting looking figure. I always liked his overall look, so when I saw him become part of Black Series, I thought he'd be a neat character to get, just as, I guess, as a background world building figure. So with that being said, first off, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed. You're very much appreciated. And for anybody who watches this video and likes it, then I please ask that you subscribe as well and check out my Star Wars playlist. So, without any further ado, let's get to the review. So here he is in packaging. Now you have your standard Star Wars Black Series packaging here. So you got Star Wars. You got this open window where you can see him, his accessories, his name, what number he is, your choking hazards, age restriction, and Hasbro. And it also shows here that he's part of Star Wars A New Hope. Spinning around this side, not a whole lot going on. You have a continuation of the window, Star Wars Black Series. Come around here. You got a little bit about him. You get this nice black and white picture. I do like that. That looks really nice. You get your legal underneath and his number. Come around to this side. You get basically the same picture on the back, but it like does a fade into orange. So I do like this effect. That looks really nice. Okay. Around here. Nothing on the top. And then underneath you got more legal. So all that being said, let's open him up and see what he's about. So here he is out of packaging. He's a pretty cool looking figure. First off, we're going to go through his points of articulation. So the head does move. All right. You have a shoulder joint with a swivel. You got an elbow joint, and you do have a wrist joint. All right, get this other arm up. He does have a joint underneath his shirt here, so that's what's allowing him to go back and forth. And he also has a swivel. Okay. Spin him around this way. He has a thigh joint with a swivel. All right. He has a knee joint. All right. And he does have an ankle joint. So everything seems to move pretty well with him. I don't have any issues with any of that. So now let's get into some of his finer details. So first off, I do like the head sculpt. I think it goes very nice with this guy. So, you know, you have the hammerhead style face. And it comes all the way up and in. Okay. Spin him around this way. You have it on this side too. Not a lot to talk about it, but it does still look pretty cool. Let's even tilt him up this way so you can see like the underneath and all. So he does have a pretty cool head sculpt, and that was always what I liked about this character. I just loved how his head looked. It looked weird and unique. So that was one of the things I always thought was cool about this particular character. And then you get down into his clothes. So he has a belt. He has a rope belt as well. Spinning around to this side, you get this little satchel here and what have you. Bring this arm down so you can see the details of his arm as well. In the back here, got a couple more little satchels on his belt, his like rope belt. And the same on this side. All right, so not a lot of crazy detail on him, but he still looks cool. Now, he doesn't come with a whole lot of accessories, so he comes with 3 cups. So he has this one. Right. He has a white one. Right. You have this gray one. And he does come with a standard Imperial blaster. All right. Let's see how well all this works. So first off, let's start with the blaster because he does kind of have like a hand set up for a trigger here. Alright. So the blaster went into his hand. No issues with that. See how well these cups work with them now. Alright, let's start with this one. This one don't really want to work with this. Actually, it might. Now this cup don't work with this hand at all. There it goes, as I say that. So it's a little bit of a fight to get it in there, but it will work. Alright. Now we're going to just use the cups in this hand because this one here is more designed for the gun than it is for drinks. Alright, the white one fits a little bit better in there. Alright. And then last but not least, the black one. Alright. So there you go. So you can have him hold any one of these cups at the bar. And if there's any trouble, he can also hold a blaster as well. So let's get into my final thoughts with this guy. So first off, his joints move pretty well. I don't have any issues with any of his joints. Everything moves pretty well. All his accessories, for the most part, fit in his hands. One or two of the cups gave me a little bit of problem. But, you know, that's not a major issue to me. He doesn't come with a lot of accessories. And to be honest with you, this figure really doesn't need a lot of accessories. Because more than likely, he'll just be like one of your background guys for your cantina. So if you do make up like a 3D print cantina or something, you know, he would probably be somewhere in the background of that and what have you. I do like his overall look. I think they put some nice detail into him for what he is, you know. He's an overall good-looking figure. So would I recommend him? Yes, I would. If you're a big fan of the original Star Wars movie and you love the Cantina series, you know, scene, then yeah, he's definitely one that you want to pick up because you want to complete that Cantina scene. You know, you have some of the other characters for that as well. And be honest with you, I always thought he was a cool looking character. I just like the uniqueness of his head design, how he has like that loop into his face. So I personally feel like he's a really cool looking guy, and I think he would look nice on the shelf with the rest of your Star Wars collectibles. So with that being said, I hope you all did like this review. If you did, go ahead and check out my Star Wars playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late. Pew 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 pew.